Welcome back to our channel, where we make programming concepts easy to understand for beginners. Today, we have an exciting topic lined up for you: TypeScript. Specifically, we'll be diving into classes, interfaces, and modules. So, if you're ready to level up your JavaScript skills, let's get started. Before we jump into the nitty-gritty details, let's quickly discuss what TypeScript is. TypeScript is a statically typed superset of JavaScript that brings static types and additional features to your code. It's a powerful tool for building scalable and maintainable applications. Alright, let's start with classes. In TypeScript, classes are the building blocks of object-oriented programming. They allow us to create blueprints for objects and define their properties and behavior. Let me show you an example. In this example, we have a class called Person. It has two properties, name and age, which are of type string and number, respectively. The constructor method is used to initialize these properties when creating objects from the class. We also have a greet method that logs a friendly greeting using the object's name and age properties. We then create two objects, John and Sarah, using the new keyword and passing the required arguments to the Person constructor. Finally, we call the greet method on each object to see their respective greetings in the console output. When we call the greet method on the John object, it logs the message, "Hello, my name is John and I'm 25 years old." Similarly, when we call the greet method on the Sarah object, it logs the message, "Hello, my name is Sarah and I'm 30 years old." Great job so far! Now, let's talk about interfaces. In TypeScript, interfaces define the shape of objects and provide a way to enforce a specific structure or contract. An interface is like a blueprint for an object. It specifies the properties and their types that an object must have. By implementing an interface, we ensure that an object adheres to a particular structure. Let's see how we can use interfaces in our code. In this example, we define an interface called shape, which has a single property name of type string. The print shape name function takes a parameter shape of type shape and logs the name of the shape. We create two objects, rectangle and circle, that conform to the shape interface by having a name property. When we call the print shape name function with these objects, TypeScript ensures that they match the expected structure defined by the shape interface. Therefore, we can access the name property of each object and print it to the console. However, if we pass an object without the name property or with an incorrect type, TypeScript will raise an error, helping us catch potential bugs early on. Lastly, let's explore modules. Modules are a way to organize our code into separate files or modules, making our codebase more manageable and reusable. Think of modules as self-contained units of code that encapsulate related functionality. They allow us to organize our code into separate files, making it easier to manage and reuse. Let's see how we can use modules in TypeScript. Suppose we have a project where we want to separate our code into multiple files, each containing a specific module. Here's a simple example. In Calculator TS, we can define a module that contains functions related to mathematical calculations. For instance, we can have a function called add that adds two numbers together. Now, in our main TS file, we can import and use the functions from the calculator module. This helps us keep our code organized and maintainable. By using the import keyword, we can bring in the functionality from the calculator module and use it within our main TS file. We can then call the add function from the calculator module to perform calculations. And there you have it. By utilizing modules, we can separate our code into logical units, improving reusability and maintainability. With TypeScript support for modules, we can easily import and export functionality between files, keeping our codebase organized and scalable. I hope you found this beginner's guide to TypeScript classes, interfaces, and modules helpful. Remember, practice is key to mastering these concepts, so keep coding and experimenting. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated with our future programming tutorials. Until next time, happy coding!